Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Good morning, everybody. Good morning. Good morning.
Okay. Good morning, sir.
Yes, good morning, everyone. Welcome to the last day of our simulation. Yeah. So this is the last simulation for this whole round of IELTS test. And after today's simulation, we will uh, uh, calculate the results of your simulations, and we will then report it to you on the usual report, uh, so you can see what's your IELTS score now after studying in EfOS for what, 6 7 months. So are you excited to see your IELTS score?
Oh no.
Listen, Miss Sandy is not excited at all. Well, maybe it's gonna be good. Who knows, right? And remember, the target is only 6 and 6.5, right? So you don't need to get 9. Okay, no need for the perfect score. So I hope you can all get at least close, yeah, at least close to the target score. Okay, so let's just start because the time is limited. So today we will complete the speaking test with part 2 and 3. Okay. Um, we're gonna do it like yesterday. So I will put you in breakout rooms for you to practice with friends. And so I want you to download the simple version table again, like yesterday. Okay. Download the table like yesterday from it's still in the group. Still in the group. Hold on, where is that file at? I'll mark it on the group so you can find it. Yeah, this one. Okay, that one. So download it again. So because I want you to practice scoring your friends again. Okay, for part 2 and part 3 practice. So go ahead and download this again. And after that, after you download that, I want you to practice the examiner script for part 2. So in the breakout room with your friend, while waiting for your turn with me to do the simulation, I want you to role play examiner and test taker. So when you become examiner, you start with this by saying this. Okay. All right. And the topic is still from yesterday's material I shared in the group. So open the material 30 IELTS speaking practice cards in the group. This one, let me share it on the screen. And then this time you only ask your friend part 2 and part 3, okay? So no need to ask part 1 anymore. Just part 2 and part 3. Ask your friend part 2 and part 3. And remember in part 2, what do you do in part 2, guys? What is the test for part 2? It is a monologue, right? A speech, a talk. So your friend will say, now I'm going to give you a topic and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say. You can make some notes if you wish. Do you understand? And then you answer yes. And then the examiner continues. Please prepare some paper and a pencil for making notes. And here is your topic. And then um, you tell your friends the topic, yeah? Tell your friends the topic. Is it work, health, or weather and seasons, technology, so they can open it on their gadget or device. And then you will prepare your answer for 1 minute. After 1 minute, you will speak. And then after you speak, your friend will continue with part 3. So your friend will say, thank you now, part 3, and then ask the questions. So that's for your practice in the breakout room with your friends. For the simulation, I will invite you one by one like yesterday. And I will do the same, like what I explained just now. Is that clear, guys?
Clear, sir.
Okay, are you ready? Okay.
Ready, ready. Bismillah.
All right. Let's go then. Let's go. So let me put you into the breakout rooms. So what will you do in the breakout rooms with your friends?
Practice, sir. Practice.
Very good. Practice. Okay. Do you have all the materials ready? Open on your gadget? All right. Good, good, good. You can take turns, yeah, because I will put 3 participants per room. So you can take turns. Who become examiner, who becomes test taker. Okay. All right, let's see. We have all right, good luck. And I'm opening the rooms now. Hello?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Can you hear me, my voice clearly?
What is it?
Can you hear my voice, sir?
Yeah. Although a little bit unclear, but it's okay. I think that's fine. So are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
That's strong.
All right. Now I'm going to give you a topic and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say. You can make some notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Please prepare some paper and a pencil or pen for making notes. And here is your topic. Okay? 1 minute. Please prepare your notes. The preparation time is over. Now you have 1 to 2 minutes to talk about the topic. Don't worry if I stop you when the time is up. Okay? You may start now.
Yes, sir. Okay. One of the buildings I impressed me the most is traditional home in my country. We call that rumah panggung or Banjar traditional house. I saw it. I go there. I went there in South Kalimantan when I visited with my family a few years ago. Uh, this house is built from the wood, which is we call ulin. They call panggung because it's like a stage. Because the environment is often floating, so the home is make it like a stage for from the ground for uh, yeah, that's it. And then the roof has a unique shape we call bubungan tinggi, which is relatively like triangles. So that's make the house look like majestic. And then the carving and the walls, the window are also very detailed and beautiful. So that's reflect the house like the Islamic culture and Banjar culture. So what impressed me the most how this house built to adapt to the environment because the area often experiences floating in grass. So the house built high above a ground, and we call it's not like panggung or a stage. And also the
Okay.
windows is
Thank you. The time is
yes,
up.
sir.
Thank you. All right. Now I'm going to ask you, so we've been talking about an interesting story. Sorry. We've been talking about an interesting place, yeah, that you have visited as a tourist. Now, I'm going to discuss with you one or two more general questions related to this. First of all, let's talk about places that tourists visit. What areas of a town or city do tourists often like to visit?
Okay. Especially in my country, some people like to go to the tourism place. It's
Mhm,
like a house traditional uh, Banjar traditional house
mhm,
because some people go there to see the historical events. And sometimes in that place there is a pumpkins music
mhm.
that's show us about the the culture, special culture from Banjar, and show us about Dayak custom, Dayak Dayak clothes, and about Mandal, and some people go there with their school trips with the students,
Mhm.
so we can study a lot about historical about Banjarmasin, and and yes, that's it.
Okay. And how important is it for local governments to look after popular tourist attractions, in your opinion?
Person,
How important is it for local governments to look after popular tourist attractions?
uh, it is important to government as because that place has a unique that home is has unique style home that
Mhm.
invites some tourism place to look up there and inside there is pictures that tell us about maybe the wars when 1945 and that's it so
Okay.
many historical.
Okay. Should people pay to visit attractions such as museums and galleries?
In my opinion, maybe it's we need to pay because there is a security and then for cleaning service that keep the office be be clean or look still stunning,
Mhm.
always sustainable to for tourism place to see the house traditional house.
Okay, thank you very much, Anchai. That's the end of the
Yes,
test.
sir. Yes,
I will send you back to your breakout room
yes, sir.
to help your friends practice.
Yes. Thanks a lot, sir. Thanks a lot.
Hold on, why can't I find your room 3? Oh, that's weird.
Sandy and Ozam, sir.
Yeah, but I don't know how to put you back. There's no option here. Hold on. Oh, I'll put you in room 1 and then I'll put you back to room 3, yeah, because there's no option to send you directly back to room 3.
Okay, okay, sir. That's fine.
Okay, now
Yeah.
do you get it? Do you get the invitation to go back to room 3?
No, sir.
No?
There is no invitation. Yes.
Ah. Okay, I'll send you back I'll send you to room 1 and then wait for another notification to for room 3, okay?
Okay, sir.
All right, welcome to the second part. Now I'm going to give you a topic and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say. You can make some notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Understand, sir.
Please prepare some paper and a pencil for making notes. And here is your topic. Sorry, pause. Let's pause this. Okay, now you have 1 minute to prepare your response, starting from now. All right, the preparation time is over. Now, please, uh, you can start your response. You have 1 to 2 minutes, so don't worry if I stop you. Go ahead.
Right, sir. One interesting place I visited, a tourist, was Bali, sir. Bali, Indonesian. It is a very beautiful island with beaches, temples, and mountains. I went there about 2 years ago with my family for a holiday. We had been we had been planning the trip for a long time, and we want to relax and explore a new culture. Mm, while we were there, we visit many places like Ubud, where we saw rice dresses and traditional Balinese dance. We also went to the beach in uh, Seminyak and tried surfing, and we visited a famous temple called Tanah Lot, which is built on a rock in the sea. It was really beautiful at sunset. I found this place interesting because the culture was very different from my country. The people were friendly and the food was delicious. Also, the natural view were amazing: green mountains, blue ocean, and peaceful temples. It was a great experience, and I would love to go back again. Enough, sir.
Okay, thank you. All right, so we've been talking about an interesting place that you visited as a tourist. Now, I'd like to discuss with you 1 or 2 more general questions about this. First of all, let's talk about places that tourists visit. What areas of a town or city do tourists often like to visit?
Sorry, sir.
What areas of a
Uh,
town or city do tourists often like to visit?
because I was look many tourists in Bali. I think is Ubud, sir. Ubud and Seminyak, sir.
Mhm.
Many tourists come to look traditional dance and the temples, I think.
Okay. And how important is it for local governments to look after popular tourist attractions?
Oh, I think it's very important because uh that's is it.
Hmm?
Mm, wait, sir. I forget the meaning of Bangka. Can you next, sir?
Okay, okay. Should people pay to visit attractions such as museums and galleries?
Should be.
Should people pay to visit
Uh,
attractions such as museums and galleries?
yes, I think yes. Uh, for tourists or visitor uh to come to Bali, uh, there there have there should uh pay some ticket to watch uh they they want,
Mhm.
and I think if tourists buy some ticket, tourists can watch the perform or shows from traditional anything in Bali. So
Okay. All right. Thank you. That is the end of the
thank you,
test.
sir. Thank you.
You can go back to your breakout room.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Yes. All right. Welcome to the second part of the test. I'm going to give you a topic and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say. You can make some notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Please prepare some paper and a pencil for making notes. And here is your topic. Now you have 1 minute to prepare your response starting from now.
I'm ready to answer, sir.
Okay, if you're ready, then you have 1 to 2 minutes to answer the questions. And don't worry if I stop you when the time is up. You can start now.
Okay, the place that I recommended visit as a tourist is Banda Neira. So Banda Neira is around the North Maluku, so you can go from Surabaya or Jakarta to Ambon, and then you can take a flight or ship to Banda Neira. So in Banda Neira, you can go to a lot of places that very recommended for tourists, like the Gika Temple or hotel in Molana Hotel in Banda Neira. So it's really interesting to explore the beach and mountain. Uh, it's called Api Mountain in Banda Neira. So I was go to Banda Neira when 2024 when I go volunteering with my friend NGO. So we are going to Banda Neira to do some society or charity activity. So uh, when we go there, we live in village named Plantoyer. So we stay there for 7 days and do a lot of things that with the society in Banda Neira. And why Banda Neira is very interesting because the nature is very beautiful and you can relax your side from the reality to Banda Neira, so you can feel the peace and you can relax your mentality from the stress in the city. So it's really recommended to go to Banda Neira. I think that's the answer, sir.
Okay, thank you. So we've been talking about an interesting place that you visited as a tourist. Now I'm going to ask you more questions about this. Let's talk about being a tourist. How should tourists behave when they are in a different country?
Okay, in Indonesia we have a sentence like di mana bumi dipijak, di situ lagi dijunjung. So we as a tourist, as a newcomer in the village or in the new city, we should being have a character that good and welcome to the new people and being what is called we just have to be kind to people that we met in the new place that we go there. That's it.
Okay. What can local people do to help tourists enjoy their visit?
Okay, it's a tricky question because when we go to the some place that as a tourist, we often go there with the, let's say, like open trip or some people that have a job as a tour guide. So when we go to that place, we collaborate with the people who serve jasa as a tour guide. But the local people could do something with the tourists, like help them to introduce where the place we should visit and give a recommendation where we should go or what kind of food that we should try in that village, so the local people in the place can make what is called for arahan, so they introduce something that the tour guide maybe not give to the tourists, like that, sir.
Okay. And what can tourists learn from visiting new places?
There's a lot of things that we can learn as a tourist, like the new culture, how people act in that place, because different place have a different habits in the local people. So we can know what is the different from the local people in that place between another place, like this. So we can learn the new culture and then how their habits in that place, so we can learn a lot of things, and we know that something like local foodies and a lot of things that we can know from the place that we visit, sir.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Yeah, that's the end of the test.
All right, thank you, sir.
Yep. You can go back to. Hello, welcome to the second part.
Yes.
Okay. I'm going to give you a topic and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say. You can make some notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Yes, understand.
Please prepare some paper and a pencil for making notes. But first of all, can you check your microphone, please?
Okay.
It's unclear, Miss Sandy. Your microphone is not clear.
Mr. Aldi, check, Mr. Aldi.
Nope, still unclear.
Mr. Aldi.
Okay.
I'm sorry, I close my camera.
Yeah, just close your
Okay.
camera.
Okay. Okay, Mr. Aldi, now clear?
Okay, better now. All right, so here is your topic. I will share it on the screen. Now you have 1 minute to prepare your response. You can prepare starting from now.
Yes. Okay, I'm ready.
All right, now you have 1 to 2 minutes to talk about the topic. Don't worry if I stop you when the time is up. You can start your response now.
Okay. In my place, one special event in my country is Eid al-Fitr. People say Lebaran. It takes place at the end of the fasting month of Ramadan, usually which in based on the Islamic calendar. So the date changes every year, sometime in the February, sometime in March or other. In this event, takes my place celebrate and the end Ramadan. Sometimes people use new clothes and going to mosque to eat to eat fitri. And in my family, uh, in my family usually visit other family like grandmother, and grandmother, mother or uncle and aunt. In have in my family usually in the morning have have breakfast like ketupat, rendang, opor, and anything, some cookies. Oh yeah, in my family also children children give children give THR or tunjangan hari raya in Indonesia in bahasa. After that, in event Idul Fitri because this event is very special. It's bring family together, meeting together, and even those who live far away. I live in Kalimantan and my family in Java. So in Idul Fitri, we very happiness, forgiveness, and sharing about all. And it has deep religious and cultural in meaning for most Indonesia.
Okay, thank
Thank
you.
you.
Time's up. All right. So we've been talking about a special event that takes place in your country. Now, I'm going to ask you more questions about this. Let's talk about national celebrations. Why do many people enjoy participating in national celebrations?
In my opinion, because if we have national celebration, very interest because many people meet other people from sharing or just happy together and meet together.
Okay. Have national celebrations become more or less important over time?
In my opinion, sometimes very important because like my day example my day have uh education day, so very important because we remember remember we remember heritage
Mhm.
or remember people very important from education.
Okay. And what sort of things do you think countries will celebrate in the future?
Sorry, Mister.
What sort of things do you think countries will celebrate in the future?
I'm sorry, what is the meaning?
I'm asking what is your prediction countries will celebrate in the future? What kind of celebrations will they do?
In the future,
Mhm.
we have Idul Adha in Indonesia.
Okay.
Uh, in Idul Adha, usually some people, exactly in Islam,
Mhm.
going to mosque and take a prayer Idul Adha. After that, he um, prepare prepare to prepare to animal like sheep, cow, and after that after that people together cooking the meat and eat together.
Okay. All right. Thank you very much, Miss Sandy. That's the end of the test.
Thank you, Mr.
Yes, you can go back to your breakout room to help. Hello and welcome to the second part of the test. In this part, I'm going to give you a topic and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say. You can make some notes if you wish. Do you understand? Do you understand? Your audio is okay.
Oh, yes, Mister.
Okay. Please prepare some paper and a pencil for making notes. And here is your topic. I will share on the screen. Okay, now you have 1 minute to prepare your response starting from now. Okay, the preparation time is over. Now, please answer the question. You have 1 to 2 minutes to talk about it, starting from now.
Okay. When one special event in my country is Eid al-Fitri, which is celebrated by Muslim at the end of the fasting month of Ramadan. The event usually takes place once a year. Based on the Islamic lunar calendar. This event is very important because it marks the end of a month of fasting and self-reflection. It is a time to seek for forgiveness, strengthen family bonds, and celebrate together. People prefer by cleaning their houses, cooking special dishes, and buying new clothes. On the day of Eid, the celebration start with a special prayer at the mosque in the morning. After that, people visit their relatives and neighbors to ask for forgiveness and exchange warm greetings. Children usually receive money or gifts, which makes them very excited.
Okay, thank you. Time's up.
Okay, thank you, Mister.
All right. Now, part 3. So let's talk about celebrations for families and friends, Riska. What kind of occasions do families and friends like to celebrate?
Uh, I think it all Fitri, which is celebrated by Muslim at the end of the fasting month of Ramadan. And then the event usually takes place once a year based on the Islamic lunar calendar.
Okay. How important are celebrations in people's lives, do you think?
I think this event is very important because it marks the end of a month of fasting and self-reflection. It is a time to seek forgiveness and celebrate together.
Okay. And should people have time off work for important celebrations?
What, Mister? Come again?
Should people have time off work from for important celebrations? Should people get holidays when they have important celebrations?
Yes, because it's very big. Yes,
Why?
because it's very important. Because for because on the day of it, the celebration have to visit and breaks after a month. The what the
Mhm.
fasting.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you, Rizka. That's the end of the test. You
Okay,
can go
thank you,
back.
Mister.
Yeah, you can go back to your breakout room. Welcome to the second part of the test.
Sir.
I'm going to give you a topic and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say. You can make some notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Yes, I understand, sir.
Please prepare some paper and a pencil for making notes. And here is your topic. Now you have 1 minute to prepare your response starting from now. Okay, the preparation time is over, Anasha. Now, please talk to answer and give your response. You have 1 to 2 minutes, so don't worry if I stop you. Go ahead.
Yes, sir. This teacher have casual outfits, so that's why this teacher really cool and always uh having a good humor, and he really good person and kind. He always teach us in a fun way. So that's why this teacher is really popular in our school. And I like to how he teach us or help me how to learn something new. Even I just like feeling nervous and I don't feel confident. And he told me uh and he say I should believe in myself to do something new, even I not really good at. That's all, sir.
Okay, thank you. Now, I'm going to ask you more questions about the same topic. Let's talk about education in school. What can schools do to help students prepare for the next stage in their lives?
Can you repeat again, sir?
Sure, sure. What can schools do to help students prepare for their future?
Uh, in my opinion, teachers should help their student to prepare their future about their discipline and about how they appreciate their time to learn and to search more about knowledge, especially in problem solving skill, because in the future there is many problems. So that's why every teacher should give this skill to to their student. That's also.
Okay. What advice would you give to someone who doesn't like school?
I think I will give them an opinion how important school, because it's really necessary for their future to choose what they want or what they gonna do. What they going have to do. That's also.
Okay. Uh, what can schools what can schools teach children that they cannot learn from their parents?
Can you repeat again, sir?
Yeah,
Sorry.
sure. What can schools teach children that they can learn from their parents? Or what can children learn at school that they cannot learn at home?
Um, I think children can learn something in school that their parents can give them. I
Mhm.
think it's like how to communicate, how to have a good communication each other, and how to have responsibility personality, because some parents uh really don't care about this. But I think the most important lesson is about why they have what they like hobby or interesting about things. So that's also.
All right. Well, thank you, Anasha. That's the end of the test.
Okay, sir. Thank
Yep.
you.
You can go back to your room to help your friends practice.
Okay, sir. Can I leave
Oh,
here because my laptop is really
oh yeah, sure, sure, sure.
okay? I want to change in my smartphone.
Okay.
Okay, thank
All
you,
right.
sir.
All right. Welcome to the second part of the test. In this part, I'm going to give you a topic and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say. You can make some notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Please prepare some paper and a pencil for making notes. And here is your topic. Now you have 1 minute to prepare your response starting from now. Okay, the preparation time is over. Now, please talk to answer the questions in 1 to 2 minutes. Don't worry if I stop you when the time is up. You can start now.
Yes, sir. When I was elementary school, I ever go to restaurant with my father and my mother. And over there is food, Banjar food and Padang food and etc. But I with my father will like Banjar food because the taste very delicious and I think cheaper from other restaurant because the taste very delicious and maybe we go further only one more, sir, because very very far from our village.
Okay, thank you. Time's up. Now, I'm going to ask you more questions about this. Let's talk about food and society. Do you think that people eat healthier food than they did in the past?
Yes, sir. I think people eat healthy food because healthy food good for our body, make our body fit and energetic.
Okay. How important do you think it is for families to eat meals together?
In my opinion, very important eat meal together with families because we can what we can bre- relationship we can make relationship with our family. If we eat, we can share uh our feeling, our what our experience with our family, sir.
Okay. And what effects has modern technology had on the food we eat nowadays?
What, sir?
What effects has modern technology had on the food we eat?
I think there is good for our body, but
Mhm.
there is too not very good because now uh what we call very what many children enter hospital because it's something maybe something wrong because the technology but there is too good for our body.
Okay. And why do people go to restaurants when they want to celebrate important occasions?
I think because they are one make make memorable about her anniversary or any or ceremony
Mhm.
for next future for for memory what for memorable
Mhm.
about her celebration, sir, with friend, with some special, with family.
Okay. All right. Thank you, Ms. Juhai. That's the end of the test.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yep. You may go back to your breakout rooms to help your friends practice too. Okay. Huh. Welcome to the second part of the test. In this part, I'm going to give you a topic and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say. You can make some notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Yes, I do understand, sir.
Please prepare some paper and a pencil for making notes. And here is your topic. Now you have 1 minute to prepare your response, starting from now.
Sir, I wrong click. How I back to my
I will send
screen.
you back. I will send you back. Don't worry.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Okay, the preparation time is over. Now
Yes, sir.
you have 1 to 2 minutes to respond. Don't worry if I stop you when the time is up. You can start now.
One of my favorite TV series is the Thai drama My Ambulance. This show is a romantic comedy drama that revolves around a young ambulance officer named Bang and Tawan, who is always caught up in high pressure life and death situations. However, her life takes a turn when he meets a medical student named Pang, and their relationship develops a chaotic emergency calls. It's a mix of humor, romance, and suspense as the characters navigate their personal lives while dealing with the challenges of their demanding professions. The lead role of Tawan is played by talented actress who deliver charming and emotionally complex performance. And the doctor, who is Pang, is portrayed by Saniswan Metanon, whose acting brings depth and warmth to the character. The chemistry between the two leads is amazing, and their dynamics keeps viewers engaged. What I really like about the show is how it combines intense actions and sequences with heartfelt emotional moments, making it both thrilling and heartwarming. The storyline also touches on themes of duty, sacrifice, and love, which makes it not only entertaining but also relatable for some people. I want to recommend this television series to my friend because it has an unusual storyline, and I think it wouldn't make people who watch it get bored when they watch it.
Okay, thank you. Time's up. All right, now in this part, in the next part, I'm going to ask you more questions about the related topic. First, let's talk about the role of advertising on television. How do you feel about the amount of advertising on television nowadays?
I feel like the advertising in television is too many now because maybe the channel is gaining more and more uh, money production, so they need to gain more money to gain their uh, TV show.
Okay. And in what ways has television advertising changed in the last 10 years, do you think?
So in the last 10 years, television advertising has changed like a lot for me because in the past 10 years, television advertising is still like old fashioned, and then now they are started to make a collaboration with animation, and not only with human but also with technology.
Okay. To what extent are people influenced by the advertising they see on television?
I think so they are so entertaining by the advertisements, sir, because sometimes for me personally, I feel like I am getting like I have the endorsement effect on myself when I see the advertisement on television. Like I always want to buy that, and I always want to try something that appear on the television.
Yeah. All right. Well, that's it. Thank you. For That's the end of the test. Yeah. Nabila, you
Yes,
may
sir.
go back to your breakout room to help your friends practice.
Okay, thank you, sir.
Yep. Welcome to the second part of the test. Okay. I'm going to give you a topic and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say. You can make some notes if you wish. Do you understand? I understand, sir. Please prepare some paper and a pencil for making notes. And here is your topic. Now you have 1 minute to prepare your response. Please start your preparation from now.
recommend ya. Keyword recommend with skin. In what usually.
The preparation time is over. Now, please start your response. You have 1 to 2 minutes, so don't worry if I stop you when the time is up. You can start now.
Okay. In my time, I usually watch TV called TV One. It has many news, very all day. For example, in the morning and afternoon and at night. They have many varieties of news like about corruption, murder, or robots. And why I enjoy it watching this because it's very interesting for me because I getting adult and I getting interesting with it. And it's the best way to how the world works, especially in Indonesia. We have many problems in Indonesia because the bad people do. And I would recommend this for maybe adult or in who is getting adult because it's very because politics is very important for us, not only in internet, in the reality too. Uh, is the
Okay, thank you. Time's up. Now I'm going to ask you more questions related to the same topic. Uh, let's talk about the effect of films on society. Why do you think people still enjoy going to the cinema to watch a film?
I think the impact is because they are very fatigue after they work. They want to enjoy some things. For example, go to cinema with her, her friend or girlfriend or family or their children, so they can enjoy the moment. It's the best thing to rest our mind. It's very enjoyable for them.
Okay. Next, what sort of influence can films have on people?
Maybe film has influence for person because they can impact our behavior. It depend on they watch. I mean the the title of the cinema. I mean like adventure or adventure. For example, adventure they will be like more brave to go to mountain maybe or something hiking because they very interesting with experimental with natural. They want to get a new experience.
Okay.
They want to see
All right.
the world. So that's
Uh,
it.
should filmmakers be responsible for the impact their films can have on people?
Could you repeat, sir?
Yeah, sure. Should filmmakers be responsible for the impact of their films on people?
I think not. It's not because the choice is on our mind. We just bad things or good things. It's depend on us. We want the fact of good things. We will become to heaven, or if we just wrong side with like we do bad things, we will become to.
All right. Thank you, Raden. That's the end of the test.
Thank you very much, sir.
Yes. You can go back to your breakout room. Welcome to the second part of the test. I'm going to give you a topic and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say. You can make some notes if you wish. Do you understand? Do you understand?
Yes, sir. Understand.
Please prepare some paper and a pencil for making notes. And here is your topic. You have you have 1 minute to prepare, starting from now. All right, the preparation time is over. Now, please answer the questions. You have 1 to 2 minutes to answer. Don't worry if I stop you when the time is up. Okay, you can start now.
I will describe first who will I help and why. I will help my friend. Exactly, he is a new member of my community games. And why? Because it's very important to my community game. We make a new pro player games, and I will help this person like how play these games, the basic setup and the setting like strategy and how to use a weapon and items. Make sure they are know what must gonna do in these games, and I will teach them and I will help them until they are really understand and know how to play in this game. And I will help them until they are uh really have good skills, and that's make proud of me, and then make some uh benefits, not only just for me and but to the community also. And the result was being good, and I will feel like I will I feel like being someone help people to playing games. It's really good because because I can give the more experience and much experience.
Okay, thank you. Time's up. Now I'm going to ask you questions related to helping people. Let's talk about helping neighbors. Can you describe the practical things that people can do to help their neighbors?
Okay, basically we always asking for the help, but when your neighbor it's have to problem or the trouble, like clean up rubbish, and it's very near with your side of your house, you must understand that it's not only just your neighbor must clean up, but you also clean up that rubbish, and then that's it.
Okay.
The simple things.
Can you explain why neighbors should help each other?
Because we are humanity and we are social humanity. It must be help each other, because you cannot live alone. You are we are really close each other, and then you should give attention more to your around people.
Okay, and the last question, Zaini. Do you think people in small towns help each other more than people in cities?
Yes, I feel that in the small towns, because we know each other, we always meet every day, almost every day, and then the feel of care it's really have chemistry for, because we live in small, we know each other, and if there is people that we don't know, we always ask who is him, or who is she. But different in a big town or big city, because we are not really know with each other, it's hard to start the conversation,
Okay. All
and
right.
it's
Yep. Thank you, Zaini. That's the end of the test. You can go to room 1 now while waiting for the others to finish their simulation, okay? Welcome to the second part of the test. I'm going to give you a topic, and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say. You can make some notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Okay, understand.
Please prepare some paper and a pencil for making notes. And here is your topic. Now you have 1 minute to prepare your response, starting from now. Okay, the preparation time is over. Now,
Okay, sir.
please start your response. You have 1 to 2 minutes, so don't worry if I stop you when the time is up. You can start now.
Okay. The time when I help someone is I help my friend that was a long time ago when he wanted to buy something that he really want because he didn't have much money that time, so I decide to give half of my money to him so he can buy the thing that he really want. The thing that he really wanted that time is a DVD cassette for the film that trend when that time. I gave half of my money to him because he want to buy it, so he can buy it, and the it is amazing to help him to buy it because I never think of giving my money to him before. It just suddenly blew up in my mind when I gave him that. I never think to do it before because I don't really have much money to give him, but it just suddenly so I give my money to him. Just like that, sir.
Ah, okay. All right. Thank you. Now I'm going to ask you more questions. Yeah. Let's talk about helping neighbors. Can you describe the things that people can do to help their neighbors?
Maybe the things that we can do to help our neighbor is give some food to them, like when we made a lot of food so we can eat all the food, we just give it to them because it can as a kind of reasonable thing because you cannot eat all of the food when you are alone, so you just decide to give them.
Okay. Uh, why do you think neighbors should help each other?
Neighbor so should help each other because we are living in the same place, we are close, so we need to help each other because we are make a relationship like that.
Okay. And do you think people in small towns help each other more than people in cities?
Yes, I think because in small town people live in near house like that, like in the village we live nearer to each other, and our relationship is better than in the big city. In the big city people always never never talk even they are live in the near house like that.
All right. Thank you. Priskia, that's the end of the
Okay,
test.
sir.
You can go back to the breakout room.
Okay.
Welcome to the second part of the test. I'm going to give you a topic, and I'd like you to talk about it for 1 to 2 minutes. Before you talk, you'll have 1 minute to think about what you're going to say. You can make some notes if you wish. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
Please,
Understand.
please prepare some paper and a pencil for making notes. And here is your topic. You have 1 minute to prepare, starting from now.
Okay.
All right.
Uh,
Now, wait. Now you have 1 to 2 minutes to answer the questions. Don't worry if I stop you when the time is up. Okay?
okay.
You can
Okay.
start from now.
Okay. One shopping mall I often go to is to Dutamal at Banjarmasin. It's a large building in good good buildings with many floors and many floors and the design is very nice. And usually that I go to there with my friend or with my family using a car because the trip is it's too long for me. Maybe for my village is maybe for about 4 hours where I go there. And that small it's many of shop like you can find food, meals, you can watch and many shop there is all of day there is in the big mall Banjarmasin. And I enjoy going there because because I I can do everything what I want like eating and watching and playing game because there is a ground like time zone because there is time zone.
Okay, thank you. Time's up. Now I'm going to ask you more questions about related topic. Uh, let's talk about customer service in shops. What do you think is good customer service?
I think the good one for customer service is when I want to buy some clothes. Yeah, because when I come, they already in front of me and say, what you want, what is you looking for? What kind of clothes that you're looking for? So I think it's for clothing, it's a good one because from the first we want to enter to the to the place of the clothes, they already asked to me.
Why do some shops provide better customer service than other shops?
Uh, I think uh, I think not. I think all of them is good, but I think in clothes it's are very good. It's different in when we want to buy some food because they keep in the kitchen so in the so I think it's difficult for them to handle us
Mhm.
because they have to handle in the kitchen too. So I
Okay.
think
Okay. How important is customer service to the success of a shop, do you think?
it's really important the customer service for the success of the shop because if we don't have customers if we don't have customer service that's they cannot uh they don't have money they don't get the uh okay, they don't have money so I think it's really nice to keep customer service and good good explanation to customer service.
All right.
It's
Okay.
really
Thank you, Fwadi. That's the end of the test.
okay. Thank you, sir.
Yep. Now you can just wait here. I'll. Okay. Welcome back, everyone, and welcome back. Finally, yeah, it's done. Ooh, takes time because there are a lot of you. All right, so that's it. That's it. That's the end of the last simulation. And now let's check your attendance before we close the session. But how do you feel, guys? How do you feel about your part two and part three performance? Are you happy about it?
Very
Not really, sir.
Not really. Why, Miss Sandy? Miss Sandy is never happy with the
no.
simulation.
Anasia, Mister.
Oh,
Anasia.
Anasia. Oh, I thought it's Miss Sandy. Why, Anasia?
I feel so nervous, sir, because I realized that my vocabulary is not really good. So I always thinking what
Uh,
I have to answer.
okay, well, now you know what you need to improve, right? You need to work on vocabulary. You need to know how to paraphrase faster so you don't think for too long. All right, all right, all right, all right. But yeah, so let's just check the attendance. Rizka,
Presence, Mister.
Sandy Puspita,
Yes, Mister.
Ansharullah, Sophia, Nabila,
Presence.
Juhairia,
Present.
Raden Kaisti,
Present, sir.
Muhammad Zaini, Rizkia Ardana,
Present.
Ahmad, yep, Ahmad Fuadi,
Present, sir.
Anasya,
Present, sir.
and Fauzan. And that's a wrap, guys. That's all of the simulation. So now what you need to do is just wait. It will take some days for us to calculate the scores and to prepare the report for you. Okay, so just wait for further information from us in the group. And don't forget to keep practicing at home in your free time. There are many materials that you now have, yeah, in the group, in the sharing, so you can practice at home. And you can also Google on the internet. There are many IELTS materials you can download for free. All right. Thank you very much, everybody. And
Sorry, sir.
yeah, go
So
ahead.
we
Mark.
Sorry,
just
sir. Okay.
we just wait, sir.
Yeah, just
No,
wait.
no Zoom.
There's no Zoom yet for
There's no Zoom.
tomorrow until further notice or until
Oh,
further
okay.
information. Okay?
Yeah, I have a good information.
Yep. Yep. And let's
When,
pray.
sir? You have some information?
From the Balangan government, not yet. They promise us. They actually promise us this week, but there's no news again. But we are asking back again, so we keep reminding them to give us the update about the offline EfOS in Jakarta. When will it start and how the procedure is? We are waiting for their confirmation. So pray and be patient, guys. Okay.
Yes, sir. Thank you
Okay,
so
sir.
much.
All right. Thank you, guys, and bye bye for now.
Yes, sir.
Warahmatullahi
Thank you,
wabarakatuh.
sir.
Thank you,
Thank you, sir.
sir.
Warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.